the way out. And by Trojan Battery, the world's #1 deep cycle battery manufacturer. And by spot-free water filter and softener system, the water filter system designed for people on the go.
All right, the next thing we're going to do is step away from the air conditioning system for a few moments and go ahead and mount the thermostat. At the customer's request, he has chosen this location here on this wall. We'll now feed the wire through. I'll pull that back.
Sure can.
Feed that through there.
You notice on the other end we have not put the terminals on the wires that are going to come back to the electrical control box. Find it a little bit easier to go ahead and feed the wire through without the fork terminals on the end that will eventually connect to the air conditioner's electrical control box. Each Mermaid marine air conditioning system is provided with a digital programmable thermostat with 20 feet of thermostat cable, enabling you to notice how much extra slack we had there.
And we're just going to separate the front of the thermostat from its backing for mounting purposes. Screwdriver comes apart.
Be very careful with that process. Behind the thermostat that Mermaid has chosen to use is a small printed circuitry board. This is actually where the thermostat is being, the temperature is being regulated by the thermostat at this particular point here. Make sure that doesn't get damaged in the process. What Warren has already done ahead of time is gone ahead and wired up the thermostat inside. When you receive your air conditioning system, your thermostat will not be pre-wired like this. We simply provide you with a thermostat cable ready for these connections. As you notice here, there's a red jumper wire in place, followed by a red, a white, a black, and a green wire. Your Mermaid instructions will explain how to put those together. Again, be sure that there's no spare wire or bare wire showing through these connections. You don't want to have any exposure with the exception of the insulation. Warren's going to go ahead and mount the thermostat now.
The Dock Box features the latest innovations in marine equipment with Captain Ted Jones. Captain Ted has something really neat all of you boaters need for maintaining your boat, or if you're restoring a boat, take a look at this fastener assortment from Gardner Westcott Company. I'll start down here on the bottom because this is really impressive. Look at these little tiny 440 by quarter inch right here. That would be like for electronics or something like that. It goes all the way up right here to this size, 2-inch, quarter by 20. Look at the polished Phillips head on those right there. Now, everything is polished stainless steel and guaranteed not to rust. We'll move right up here to this one, and if you look right inside this one, you will see right here the hex head assortment right here. Again, a tremendous assortment. Let me go to the top one right here and show you that in addition to 1,575 pieces, this is part of it. You have every size hex nut that you could want. You have lock washers right here in 3 different sizes. You have flat washers, and they'll work with all of the different ones in this container. Now, it comes with this container right here from Gardner Westcott, and it sells for just over $1,000. Check them out. Call them on their 1-800 number or check it out on the website. You'll want this either in your engine room or perhaps in your locker. And now the conclusion of our Mermaid Air installation.
What we went ahead and did to recap is ran ahead and put the thermostat up on the exterior wall, ran the wire behind the adjacent cabinet, or the closet, down through the sole of the boat, followed the water lines and went ahead and used cable ties and zip tied it right together all the way up through where the water lines come through. What made it real nice for this application is there was plenty of room inside the closet, pre-drilled holes, and the sole of the boat was accessible via floorboards that opened up, allowing Warren and I to get down inside there and make sure that that cable line came up through. We're going to go ahead at this time and go ahead and install our ducting line. As you'll see in this particular retrofit where the air conditioner is mounted, it's relatively close to where the first supplier vent, and on this particular vessel, the only supplier vent is. It's very important that if you're doing a multiple discharge or multiple supply air vent installation, that you try to keep your first vent within about 3 to 5 feet of the air conditioning system. What that does is prevents backflow pressure on the air conditioning system, affecting its operational performance. Okay, it's up and running. Now that concludes the retrofit on the Mermaid marine air conditioning systems. Both units are installed and up and rolling. If you'd like any additional information or have any further questions on how this procedure was done, by all means feel free to contact us over at the Mermaid Factory via area code 800-330-3553, or you can find us on the web at www.mermaid.com. MMAir.com. Stands for Mermaid Marine Air. We hope you had a great afternoon enjoying how to see the retrofit of the Mermaid air conditioning systems. And thanks again for joining us this week on Boat Improvement.